Just over a year ago, I transitioned from being a working mom to a stay-at-home mom. Over the last 13 months, I've learned a lot about myself, my children, the type of person it takes to be a stay-at-home parent, and I've definitely come to my own personal conclusions on whether I think it's harder to be a working mom or a stay-at-home mom. Show you a bit of a snapshot of what it's like to be a stay-at-home mom. It's a Tuesday morning, it's after the holiday, so it's like a Monday morning to us. Kaya just left for the airport, the kids are still asleep. It's like 6:30, about to have my second cup of coffee, and I thought I'd show you a little bit behind the scenes. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Jessica. I'm a mom to 2 babies, a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old. So as mentioned earlier, just over a year ago, I did leave my full-time career to be a stay-at-home mom right when my daughter was born. This decision was a really difficult one because I did love my career and my job, and I had worked really hard to get to the point where I was. However, right before my daughter was born, I came to the realization that you can do it all and have it all, but unfortunately, I don't think you can do it all at the same time. I worked for close to 3 years after I had my son. I was on flights all the time. At 12 weeks, I had to leave my son for an extended period of time. I was an exclusively breastfeeding mother, and that came with a ton of challenges, and I knew I didn't want to do that again when I had my daughter. In addition to that, I am a solo mom Monday through Thursday. My husband leaves on a flight every Monday morning and comes home every Thursday night. So with our 2 careers, it was not possible for me to continue working. One of us had to make a sacrifice at this time. I couldn't depend on my parents to raise our 2 children. While we were taking flights in and out of town, it wasn't fair to our children. So I did make the choice to leave my career. I was in a very senior level role. I actually had what I would refer to as my dream job, and I did have to take a step back and leave that position. That was a difficult decision, and one that I cried for many of nights over that decision, but I knew that my family was most important. So I wish that somebody would have given me a little bit more of an honest perspective and taken off the Instagram filter in regards to what it really looks like to be a stay-at-home mom. The challenges that come with being a stay-at-home parent are unlike anything out there. I mean, I was already a mother. I was a mother in the mornings and at nights and on the weekends, and I actually worked from home with a nanny for many years here, and then my son went to school. So I understood what it was like to be around it all the time. However, when you become a stay-at-home parent, there's a level of isolation that is unlike anything else. It is draining in so many different ways than it is to work in a corporate field or to be a working mother because of the level of isolation. So when people ask me whether or not I think it's more difficult to be a working mom or a stay-at-home mom, a working mom who is catching flights all the time, who is working really long extended hours, my answer to that it's more difficult and challenging in very different ways. For me, in my personal experience, working in the corporate field was cognitively really tough, and the stress was really difficult because, as mentioned, I was in a senior level role. I had a lot of expectations and deadlines and things that I needed to accomplish. In addition, I was surrounded with a lot of people, and especially a lot of women who didn't have children. That came with a host of different stressors. But in my experience, working in the corporate field was extremely challenging because I was still a mother. However, I did have the break, interact with other adults, use my degree, use my brain, see myself as Jessica outside of being Jessica the mom. So I still was able to flex those muscles and feel like myself a lot when I was at my corporate job. But I'm not gonna lie to you, I'd be bathing my son or cooking dinner, and I'm responding to emails and text messages, and I'm putting out fires, and I'm dealing with a lot of stressful situations that come with being a working mom. I'm giving my son a bath, and I'm thinking through my to-do list and the emails that I still need to answer after I put him to bed. So that was extremely stressful. Or packing my suitcase for the 5 a.m. flight that I need to catch the next day. It's not unicorns and rainbows being a working mom because you get a break away from your kids. There's a lot of stress that comes with that. However, in a different capacity over this last year, I think that my mental health has taken a hit more than I could have ever anticipated. Becoming a stay-at-home mom has been a difficult transition. It has been isolating. It has been mentally, physically, emotionally draining. Answering the exact same question 50 times in a matter of 10 minutes can really take you to a place that you've never been before. Also, my daughter over the last 6 months has completely stopped sleeping through the night. So I'm up at all hours of the night with my daughter, then I'm up early in the morning with my son. So there's a lot of exhaustion that comes with being a stay-at-home parent. It's draining in a way that I could have never anticipated. And I think the thing that stands out to me the most is just the mental exhaustion and the toll that it plays on my mental health. I don't have those conference calls with my coworkers where you have 5 minutes in the beginning to catch up on how someone's day is, or just the interaction with other adults. It has to be a very conscious decision to interact with other adults. And what I have discovered about myself over the last year is that I'm not that mom who wants to go to mommy and me music and mommy and me yoga. I really had pictured myself that way, with grabbing my yoga mat, heading out with my girlfriends to go to mommy and me yoga, then grabbing some tea after. And that's just not my MO. And for all the moms that is, I'm envious of you, because that's the stay-at-home mom life that I pictured for myself. I'm in my Align pants, I've got my coffee, and I'm headed out to all these incredible play dates. But that's just not me. It's taken me a long time to accept the mother that I am. I want to be the mom who gets my shit done around the house, who cooks and cleans and entertains and interacts with my daughter during the day, so that at night when I put my children to sleep, I can sit here and binge watch Real Housewives while having a glass of wine, versus having to run around and get all my stuff done because I've been out and about with my girlfriends during the day. And when I finally came to that conclusion about what type of stay-at-home mom I thrive as, honestly, that's when I finally had a breakthrough of like, okay, this is me. This is the type of mom I am. I'm the mom who interacts and does interactive things with my children when they're here during the day. I get them set up, I get them going, then they have their independent play, and during that time I do my quick zone cleaning for the day. So whether that be dust my whole house in 15 minutes and then come back in, check in with my children, have some more interactive time, go outside, play with them, then come back inside, set them up with a snack so I can get dinner started. That to me is when I really started to thrive, versus trying to be that mom who was out and about doing all the things. I realized that my home fell behind. I realized we weren't eating the foods that I wanted us to eat. So putting myself in situations that didn't feel right left me feeling completely stressed out and like I didn't have control of my new life. But now I do feel a bit more at ease. I'm in my routine. I know the situations that make me thrive. There are, of course, those play dates that I have with my girlfriends during the week. We have those and those are scheduled, but it is not my typical day-to-day routine. My typical day-to-day routine is very similar. It's very structured. And that way I feel at ease. My children feel at ease because we know what's coming next. I honestly felt the need to record this video because I get so many DMs from you guys on Instagram, because you see this beautiful feed and you think that this is my stay-at-home mom life, or that my house is always clean because you see a cleaning video. I work really hard to keep my house balanced because I'm here. I'm in this home with my children and I need that for my mental health, because that's one of my priorities. That's what's important to me. So that beautiful Instagram feed, first of all, is done with a professional photographer, one of my dearest, closest friends. That Instagram feed is an artistic expression. It's a snapshot of a couple of days that we have shot. It is not my every single day. If you watch my Insta stories, you know what my everyday is. And I'm very real about all of that. When you see these cleaning videos on my channel, the beautiful clean home, yes, I do try to keep my house clean 80% of the time because I'm here and that's one of my priorities for my mental health. If my space is cluttered, it really takes a toll on me. So I think understanding what your priorities are as a working mom or as a stay-at-home mom. So finding the things that are important to you, whether you're working or you're at home, I think is the key to success to this whole parenting thing. And adjusting from one child to two and then staying at home is a huge undertaking. And it rocked my world this past year more than I could have anticipated. But being here with them is by far the most rewarding experience. And I'm so grateful to my husband, who gets on that airplane every Monday and leaves his family to work all week and then flies home every Thursday.
That's challenging. So everybody is making sacrifices every single day. I wish that I would have, connected with somebody who had been a working mom for an extended period of time and then switched to being a stay-at-home mom. I wish I would have had somebody be like, hey, it's gonna rock your world in ways you could have never anticipated. So I hope that this is helpful for somebody out there who's going through this, or who may be considering it, or somebody who just may be curious what it's like. And I love my children, and I'm grateful to be home with them, especially during these years. I can raise these beautiful children. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. And if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and hit the subscribe button over here. I make weekly videos just like this. And now I want to hear from you guys. Let me know in the comment section down below. What's your experience with being a working mom, or a stay-at-home mom, or a transitional mom who's gone from working to stay at home, or stay at home to working? I want to hear it all. Thank you again for watching, and I hope to see you very soon.